RSS chief has made a huge statement on the Gyan Vapi issue. At the RSS training camp, he talked about the Gyan Vapi mosque. He said that this is an ongoing matter, but you can't change history. Neither did today's Hindus nor did today's Muslims create this. It happened at that time. He also talks about why this should escalate into a dispute between the two communities, ending his statement by saying, why look for a shivling in every masjid? Listen in.
अभी ये प्रकरण निकल रहे, ज्ञानवापी का मुद्दा चल रहा है. अब ऐसे मुद्दे हैं, एक इतिहास तो है, उसको हम बदल नहीं सकते. वो इतिहास हमने नहीं बनाया, न आज के अपने आप को हिंदू कहलाने वालों ने बनाया, न आज के मुसलमानों ने बनाया. उस समय घटा, ठीक है, प्रतीकात्मक कुछ हमारी विशेष श्रद्धा थी, ऐसे स्थानों के बारे में हमने कहा, लेकिन रोज एक मामला निकालना नया, यह भी नहीं करना चाहिए. हमको झगड़ा क्यों बढ़ाना है? ज्ञानवापी के बारे में हमारी कुछ श्रद्धाएं हैं, परंपरा से चलती आई, हम कर रहे, ठीक है, परंतु हर मस्जिद में शिवलिंग क्यों देखना?
Sanket Upadhyay joins us on our lead story tonight. Sanket, very significant what Mohan Bhagwat has said there in Nagpur. He's talked about how there is no need to escalate this dispute and no need to look for a shivling in every mosque. All right, we are going to try and re-establish that line with Sanket, but this is the big breaking story that we're tracking. Mohan Bhagwat's big statement coming in on the Gyan Vapi issue. He says, why look for a shivling in every mosque? Let's go right back to Sanket Upadhyay joining us with the very latest. Sanket, very significant what the RSS chief has said.
Well, yes, this is a significant comment, but not for the first time that it has been made. If you recall that in November 2019, after the Ayodhya judgment, even at that point, the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat said कि ये जय पराजय का मुद्दा नहीं है, which means that this is not about victory or defeat, and it is not our issue to basically further the Kashi and Mathura outcry that had taken place in the 90s in the backdrop of Ayodhya. Back then, even the government seemed to be striking exactly that sort of a note, but elections, we saw something very interesting happening, that Yogi Adityanath and Keshav Prasad Maurya started talking about Kashi and Mathura. Then April onwards, we have seen that Gyan Vapi matter has picked up. The survey commissioners were appointed by the local court. The matter went into the court, and now we see that the same thing is happening for the Shahi Idgah Mosque in Mathura also. So in that context, this is a very important message that has been sent by the parent ideological organization of the BJP, the RSS, its chief saying that one must not look for a shivling in every masjid. Do note that senior leaders of the BJP have not really spoken much about Kashi as well as Mathura, but we have seen the way both these cases politically played out for the past one and a half months. So in that context, very, very important statement that he has made. Of course, a lot of commentary will also happen on how much does the RSS chief's voice resonate within present-day BJP. That is also going to be very interesting.
Sanket, the other reason why this issue is so significant is because he has talked about, why escalate it, jhagda kyun badhaye. And, what we saw when the Gyan Vapi hearing actually began was the fact that there was a ripple effect. There was a petition filed to reopen doors of the Taj Mahal. There was a petition filed in the Krishna Janmabhoomi case. All of these cases which previously hadn't been entertained had suddenly, found admission in lower court. So we did see that there was a ripple effect at that time. So, in that light also, what he has essentially said is significant.
Exactly. So this is, I think, a message very clearly to all those who are making statements, who aspire to see a temple in the place of the Shahi Idgah Mosque and the Gyan Vapi Mosque and the various other petitions, to all those petitioners who are petitioning for, getting these cases in court. So in that sense, it's a very, very important message. But more importantly, I feel that this is a very important message for a section of the Bharatiya Janata Party, which has very openly, and I'm repeating again, not the senior leadership, not the Prime Minister or the Home Minister, but leadership in Uttar Pradesh, which has very openly come out to say that yes, now it is the turn of Kashi and Mathura, or Varanasi and Mathura. So this could be a political message to the BJP also.
All right, where a political message being sent out to a section of the BJP and a larger message there being sent out by the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat. He's broken his silence on the Gyan Vapi issue, as Sanket was explaining. He's already spoken about the Ayodhya issue when the verdict came out, and very significant what he said. He's talked about how history cannot be changed. History as we know it was not scripted by present-day Hindus or by present-day Muslims, and nothing is going to be achieved by actually going out and looking for a shivling in every mosque. So a timely statement being made by the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat. He was speaking, in fact, at the RSS headquarters in Nagpur, addressing trainees at the RSS headquarters in Nagpur.